Your favorite cousin. Welcome to the trap house, cousins. Come on in for some tea. We are talking about the Taurus New Moon that's happening on May 7th at 18 degrees of Taurus. Um, at the time of the new moon, we will have five planets in Taurus: Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Venus, Uranus, all in Taurus. Taurus, ruled by Venus, has us really paying attention to the things that make us feel good, our relationships, our patterns, our habits, um, the thing that we may be slightly obsessed with or too in love with. Is it actually a little harmful to us? One thing about Taurus and then its sister sign Scorpio is they can be a little obsessive with whatever it is that they like. So I like that bag. I had to get three of them, different colors, but I had to get three of them. I like that scarf. I had to get multiple ones. And it gets to a point of almost being overkill or needing to stop and ask yourself, what am I running from? Or what am I trying to validate? Or what am I trying to overcompensate for in purchasing or acquiring all of these things? So, this is a Venusian energy that's flowing through the atmosphere right now with us having five planets in Taurus, really having us focus on our relationship with self, because it being the catalyst of the relationship that we have with everything and everyone else. If we're not treating ourselves right, how can we expect for the world to treat us right? It's just not going to happen. um, 18 degrees of Taurus. 18 is the Virgo degree. So not only are we going to be more in tune with our intuition and our feminine energy and downloads and connection to spirit, but we are also going to be combing through the details. So again, Taurus, Venusian ruled, aesthetically pleasing, cosmetically pleasing, love, abundance, prosperity, weakness. That's why when people fall in love, I get so weak in the knees when they're in love. Some people, most people, because you're foolish. You're just, kind of going by the seat of your pants. So we're going to be taking these things that we love and the things that we take so seriously or we hold so near and dear to us or that we've been clinging to, collector's item, clinging to it. Some of us have made our trauma a collector's item. And because we won't let go of it, we keep collecting more and more of it. And we look and we're like, why do I have a collectible library of trauma, pain, relationships that don't work out, people that treat me wrong, plans that don't get off the ground? And it's because we continue to walk around with the energy of what once was. And we talked about last week with the full moon in Scorpio that we can no longer drag our pain into our present. So this is confirming this. We have to move on from what once was in order for us to get to the other side. So 18 degrees of Taurus is actually the Virgo degree. So paying attention to the fine details. As I was writing my notes, I got this image of when you go looking for fine items, designer items, antique items, clothes, anything. When you go and know that you're going to invest in it or make a purchase in it, where we are right now at the Virgo degree during this Taurus new moon and Taurus season is, oh, that's a nice bag or that's a nice jacket, that's a nice dress. But let me go look at the threading of it. Let me go look at the beading. If you're anything like my mom, which she then passed it on to me, I'm going to go look at the threading and the beading. And if I can find something wrong with it, I may go and ask for a discount. And if it's too bad, you might throw it out. A lot of times, no matter how bad it was, my mom would buy it because my godmother was a seamstress. So my godmother could fix whatever it was. So that could be your setup. You can know that, oh, I got the remedy for that. So I can take that back with me. Or you may realize I need to let it go. So again, with us paying attention to the fine details and the minute details, a lot of things, people, places, relationships in our lives will get the boot right now. Also, when I was compiling these notes, I heard, I want to break free. Mm, mm, mm. I want to break free. Queen. Now, y'all better go watch the movie. Go listen to a couple of albums. Because I love Queen. That video itself is like screaming, I want to break free, change, drastic change. change that has been unheard of, unseen. A fun fact about Queen is when they took Bohemian Rhapsody to the record company actually hated on them and was like, no, nobody wants to hear that. We'll never do that. Who wants to hear rock and roll in an opera fashion? And Freddie Mercury, being as crazy as he was like, us, yo, we're doing it. And he pushed through, and look at it today. Years and years and years and years and years and years later, kids and generations and commercials are being impacted by that. So again, sometimes in order for you to make those huge, profound changes in the future, it's going to take a very profound voice now. You're going to have to take a stance now, do something completely different now than you usually have not done. This is the first new moon that we've been able to actually ritualize with. We manifest every day. If you've been following me for a while, if you've been on my blog or my newsletter, any of that, I've been talking about since last March when Saturn moved into Pisces that manifestation is dead. I've revised my statement. It's not necessarily dead, it's just completely changed because Pisces, ruled by Neptune, dream about it, think about it, has met Saturn. And Saturn was like, dream all you want. If you don't get up and roll them sleeves up, it's not going to happen. If you don't let go of the connection, it's not going to happen. If you don't apply yourself, it's not going to happen. So that's why manifestation has changed, because you can manifest the perfect opportunity, but if you didn't study for the perfect opportunity, then you're going to fumble it. So this is the first new moon since we're out of eclipse season that we've been able to actually manifest and ritualize with. By ritualize, I mean if you're a person who conducts rituals, if you light candles and charge your crystals and sit under the moon and do your fire burns and all of that, then this is the time that you can actually get into that. And some of your manifestations or intentions may look completely different than what they looked in the beginning of eclipse season. And I think that is the most astonishing thing that I've been witnessing in my own personal life of who I was before the eclipses, March 25th, and who I am today. My beliefs, my mindset, my direction is different. I got off at a rest stop. This is theoretically, metaphorically. I got off at a rest stop of life and I allowed the traffic to do what it was going to do. I instead took in the scenery around me and figured out how to survive and adapt to the scenery around me. Because what I realized is that if I can adapt to a foreign environment or a foreign scenery, I can then adapt to anything. And it's by sitting out that I was able to notice that, though. I was able to take some notes. I was able to become a different person. So your intentions, like mine, may be completely different now after eclipse season. Your manifestations, what it is that you actually want to attain, may be completely different as you are now breaking out of the catalyst that once was, so that you can emerge and submerge yourself into your new reality. Like I said, there will be 5 planets in Taurus: Sun, Venus, Jupiter, Uranus, and the Moon. Jupiter will move out of Taurus in May. Well, we are in May. May 25th. So May 7th is the new moon in Taurus. May 25th is when Jupiter moves into Gemini. This is a very deep change with finances and abundance, especially if you have Gemini placements or even Taurus placements. It can finally seem like it's coming together. Overall, you all may be feeling like finally something is moving. Finally something is sticking. I'm not just hearing no's. The doors are not just being closed. I don't have writer's block. I'm not creatively blocked anymore. I know what I want to do and how I want to do it. And that in of itself can be very rewarding and changing. But Jupiter will move into Gemini May 25th. I'll have a whole video on that when the time comes as we get closer to that. But with this new moon, we will have some new capabilities and possibilities that we are now aware of. Many of you guys are going to be realizing that you're already living in the dream that you once dreamed. You're already walking in it. That is going to be enough for you to applaud yourself, give gratitude, and realize that you are in your season. A lot of you have been benched so that you can realize when it's your season. When you're on a team, yes, there may be some star players, but every player has their different time to shine, their different reason for being noticed. And it can't be every player every time, because every player doesn't play every position. So likely what many of you have been realizing is that you weren't in your winning season right now, or you weren't in your best season. Your statistics didn't look that great when they came across the ESPN ticker. You realize that. But instead of being mad like you were at the beginning of the transition, or maybe at the beginning of eclipse season, you're now able to apply that and be like, oh no, I get it. It was somebody else's season. my season is changing. And then realizing when you're back in your season is just as important as realizing when it's not your season. Realizing that, oh, this is my season, so I need to make moves. I need to be playing chess, not checkers at this time is just as important as well. Pluto went retrograde in Aquarius just a couple of days ago. I think it'll be in 2 degrees of Aquarius during the new moon, and it'll be there until October 11th. This is the only retrograde that we have all of May. And Pluto retrograde is teaching us, again, it's chess, not checkers. That's the theme of life. Regardless of if you want to do it, some things you may have to do in order for you to get to the other side. So Pluto ruling taxes, death, loans, inheritances, other people's money, your partner's resources. You may have to realize that you can wish it all you want, wish on a star all you want, but you might need to get your taxes in order. You may need to talk to a CPA. You may need to talk to an accountant. You may need to, call the IRS and get on a payment plan, because all of the rituals in the world are not going to keep you accountable. And that's what it ultimately is all about. That's all what any of it's all about. The rituals, the altar work, the, manifestation, all of it is just to show your own accountability to maintaining the frequency, to doing the necessary work to get the necessary outcomes. So Venus will be conjunct Jupiter May 23rd. And that's going to be a great time for relationships. If you're in love, if you're already in a marriage or in a relationship, you might get married, get engaged. If you're dating and just kind of out there and just testing the waters, that can be an opportunity for you to meet someone special, the one. If you're not looking for anyone and you're just trying to get back into your energetic bag, that will be the time for you to do so. I am no longer doing Trapstrology of the Week. I'm moving more towards teaching, and I have realized I cannot teach if every week I'm putting a lot of energy into that. So no longer doing any Trapstrology of the Week. I'm going to do these kind of like hard points of, we have a new moon on the 7th. We will have a Venus and Jupiter conjunction on May 23rd. Jupiter will enter into Gemini May 25th, and then in June we'll have a Kazemi. So I'm going to do more hard points like that. The first of 3 Trapstrology classes is May 9th, so 2 days after the new moon, and it will be here on YouTube. Once you purchase, you can click the link in the second slide and then just go and allow yourself to be notified on YouTube. Because it will be a live event. I will be answering questions, but we are going to be breaking down the signs and their dualities in this first one. One that I can share with you that's been one of my favorite finds is Cancer. So we know that Cancer is ruled by the moon, but in ancient astrology, Cancer is actually ruled by Pluto. So Cancer always gives me vibes of Barbie in the Barbie movie. And when the music stopped and she says, "Have you ever thought about dying?" That to me is because Cancer is ruled by Pluto in ancient astrology. So of course Cancer is gonna be a little bit more dark. So I look forward to seeing some of you guys over there. It's $24.44 for each class. So the only one that's up right now is part 1. So empower yourself. Dive in as deep as you can into knowing as much as you can about yourself in the way that you are connected, interconnected to this universe. Patreon subscribers on the premier tier will be getting free entry into this astrology class, the first one. So get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in. Link in bio or description box, wherever you happen to be. Let's see. Believe in the impossible is the main energy for this new moon in Taurus. Believe in the impossible. And although it's a blue moon theme of the card, we are going to take the message of the card. Believe in the impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. I am possible. Anything that follows I am will be. So instead of thinking of every reason why you can't have it or every reason why it can't be yours, you instead need to be like, well, of course it's going to be mine. Duh. I'm in energetic alignment to it. Of course it's going to be mine. Adjustments are required. What did that full moon show you? What did retrograde show you about your plots, your plans, your executions, your relationships, everything? Again, now we're paying attention to the details. We're no longer just going in and getting the finery because we need the finery. We need to look at the details. Paying attention to the details will keep you from getting, in Dallas they call them Wookiees, which is like fake shoes, fake Jordans, fake Air Force Ones, whatever. Paying attention to the details will save you from that. Paying attention to the details, you can be like, fuck it, I don't care that it's a knockoff, but you won't get duped because you will know what you are looking at, paying attention to the details. What adjustments were revealed to you after you paid attention to the details in the last 14 days? Conclusions are within reach. This is the full moon eclipse. Come on, Spirit, because what happened on the first eclipse, we already said we're not exactly who we were before we started eclipse season. We are no longer that person. Today's price is not yesterday's price. So what did the full moon eclipse reveal to you? Libra. It was a Libra full moon eclipse. Libra is Venusian ruled. So this is the partner of the Venusian ruled full moon eclipse that Rock'em Sock'em Robots changed everything. It was the eclipse season that changed everything. So now what are you able to do, or what are you ready to do as you're looking between the bushes and looking between the sticks, seeing how you can survive on this next level? Nothing will come of this situation. And this is the void, of course. I always tell you guys that when the moon is void, the moon is not working, therefore you should not be working either. If you try to set intentions while the moon is void, then you will basically work against yourself, maybe shoot yourself in the foot. It's not going to stick, and you will be revisiting the plan. Nothing is going to come of this situation. Any of the relationships that you're trying to pull or over nurture to the other side with you, it's not going to work out in your favor. And in fact, you are blocking yourself from the potential abundance that is waiting for you by trying to nurture and maintain those relationships. You and your loved ones are safe. You and your loved ones are safe under that Cancerian energy. Your mama always knows before you know who your friends are. I always say that Cancer, yes, is the mother archetype, but when you look up Virgo, Virgo's the only female, only woman archetype, the maiden. So the Taurus New Moon is at 18 degrees of the Virgo placement. Nurturing, rebirthing yourself, coming home to something safe that can help you realize that you are protected. Maybe not being around triggering energy either. It's time for you to let go of the triggering energy so that you can be around people who make you feel safe. People who make you feel safe. Crabs change their shell a couple of times a year. It likely is time for you to change your shell at least once this year. Now, y'all, these cards never do this for me. And when they do it, I know that it's spirit doing what they're supposed to do. They never align the actual moon phase with the zodiac sign in the reading. They never do. And when they do, I'm grateful. Prosperity lies ahead with the new moon in Taurus. What did I say? Believe in the impossible. Make the correct adjustments. Know that the end is here. Who you used to be is gone. So that means all the ties and the mistruths and the half-truths and the falsehoods and all the things that went with old you are gone. So the conclusion is here. Nothing is going to come from the old situation, so you got to let it go. Move into new situations where you are protected and safe, because that's where you deserve to be. But prosperity lies ahead with the new moon Taurus. We just give gratitude. We give great gratitude. This is in other news. Y'all, in all of my 38 years, I have never finished a whole tube of lip gloss. I finished this whole tube. I've never done that. I'm proud of myself. I've never done that before. Uh-oh. Out. Let me see what it is. Just see if it comes back. Okay. That one said you are beginning to realize who you are. Yeah. And again, on Instagram this week, I had talked about how you sleeping on yourself is keeping someone else in the wind, because they realize that you don't know who you are. So as long as you don't know who you are, that can have them playing in your face. The minute you wake up and you realize, like, oh shoot, I'm not Jermaine, I'm Michael, you're going to start moving different. And then that can be offensive to some people. You are a messenger. Speak your truth under this Taurus new moon. A bull. 5 planets in Taurus. Be bullheaded. Illuminate yourself. Illuminate your life. Speak your truth. And if you speak your truth and it offends somebody so much that they don't want to mess with you anymore, they were never for you in the first place. They were only here to trigger you into the upgrade. Aries. We still got a lot of Aries energy going on. I mean, the North Node is still in Aries. I think Mars is in Aries. So we still have some Aries energy going on. And we started all these eclipses with Aries. So what did Aries season force you to burn to the ground so that you can be within reach of different opportunities? Have no fear. The new you is here. You see these three phases of this girl or this person, because it could be a person. You see the three phases of them? Have no fear of who you are becoming. My daughter is they're doing butterfly and caterpillars in their class, and one of the caterpillars died last week. She said, "Mommy, one of the caterpillar eggs died, but one of the other ones hatched." Have no fear. A part of you gonna have to die in order for another part of you to flourish. What? Wheel of Fortune. Because as you are climbing to the top of your mountain, if it cannot go with you effortlessly, it cannot go with you at all. In the airport, if your bag costs or weighs more than 50 pounds, they charge you. So what is costing you to fly right now? In the airport, you can't even stand next to bags that are not yours, or they will potentially take you to jail. Whose bags are you picking up? Whose bags are you carrying with you? You go on a girls' trip. Y'all got 2, 3 bags. You might assist her every now and again, but are you going to carry her bags the whole trip? No, because she should have packed light. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bag lady, you gonna bring your bag. Even if you go on a vacation, my ladies letting the dude do the work. You carrying these bags for me. I'm not even carrying my baggage this trip, let alone carrying yours. So as you are climbing to the top of this victory mountain to be able to ring your bell of success, of surviving, you will have to be willing to let go of the things that are not holding you up, but in fact are holding you back. She has this owl on her shoulder, the all-seeing owl. The owl can turn its head 360 degrees. Can see, I think, 2 miles off into the distance in the pitch black. That's your Christ consciousness. That's your ancestors, your spirit guides, the Most High God and Goddess, literally guiding you through your journey. You got to trust in it. Have no fear. Speak your truth. Ask and it is given. Move in your human design. And you will be rewarded. Don't do it because somebody told you to do it. Don't do it because you've been previously committed to it or previously subscribed to it. Don't do it because you don't want to look disloyal or incompetent. Only do what you are called to do. That's what human design is all about. Aligning you directly to the universe and the way that the universe responds to you. So, for instance, projectors, my heart goes out to y'all because y'all whole endeavor this lifetime is learning how to wait, and learning when to respond. And if you don't learn to wait and when to respond, then you suffer unnecessarily and you receive rejection and people go away from you because they never asked you for your opinion. But if you wait for the right people, right place, right opportunity, they will be at your doorstep. Projector, tell us how to do it. Projector, which way is up? But you have to know when and how and why. And that waiting game can get a little strenuous. Manifesting generators, trying to run away from the fact that you are in fact that girl. You are in fact that guy. You could do multiple things. Trying to run away from that will have you stuck in a box because you'll feel like, I have to go to school, then I have to get a job, and I have to work at that job until I die. And if I don't do that, then I won't be successful. That's going to be why you won't be successful. When you should in fact, do I get charged up by this? Manifesting generators and generators are the only sacral based human design types. So sacral space being the life force energy, do I like this? Does this charge me up? And if it charges you up, really there don't need to be nothing else said. I felt it on my insides. I got to do it. I got to commit. And when you do that and you move with your energy, then you are not depleted. I already have human design services on my website under the human design analysis link in bio, description box, wherever you happen to see this. And you will get not only the basics, but we're going to go line by line, gate by gate, your incarnation cross, why you are here, what you must let go of, what you inherited from your parent, all of that. So I look forward to working with y'all on that. But 10 of Cups, don't just commit because someone else wants you to commit. You have to commit to what your table is. The dopest thing that my godmother told me last week is when you go to a restaurant, never have you ever doubted that the food was going to come out. You just placed the order and knew it was gonna come. You sat there and chilled with your homegirls and drank your food and your drink and your appetizer and your kiki and all that, and you just knew your food was gonna come. And then even when the food didn't come, the couple of times that you've been to the restaurant and they messed up because the server had too much going on. And I was a server for a long time, so I know how it goes. Because the server had too much going on and the food did not come out. It was a quick fix. It was a quick fix that maybe you got compensated. Maybe y'all got free dessert. Maybe y'all got gift cards. Whatever it was, you didn't have to win, or you didn't have to leave without winning. You got to leave with a W regardless. The same is true with our intentions and our manifestations. Set them, then prepare your table. What does the server do when they come to give you your actual meal? If you've been eating bread and appetizers, they say, "Can I take your plate? Can I clear your space for your entree?" Then when they're done with the entree, "Can I clear your space for your dessert? For your after dinner drink? Let me clear your space." Because you can't have your salad plate, your bread plate, your appetizer plate, your meat plate, and your dessert plate still sitting in front of you with the 2-3 glasses or whatever you drank still sitting in front of you and be able to have a comfortable experience. It won't be comfortable. Everything will be jumbled up. Abraham Hicks says you don't go to the buffet and eat everything at one time. You go and get some lettuce, then you go get some fruit, then you go get some meat, then you go get some, then you go get some. And before you go to the next one, the server has already came and said, "Can I clear your space?" Taurus New Moon energy is, "Can I clear your space? I see what you want. You can't be afraid to let go of it. It's some prosperity that I'm trying to hand you, literally. Can I clear your space? Because I got 10 more cups to give you. So can I clear your space?" Come on, Spirit. Ace of Cups, new beginning, opportunities. Because once you clear your space, then you are really able to see who and what you are and what you came here for. Once you let go of the people and make the necessary adjustments and let the people go who make you feel unsafe and unprotected, you are able to see that, oh shit, I was a chosen one. I was always God's favorite. I was always blessed and highly favored. Everything is always at my fingertips. You'll be able to push into your creativity, trust your intuition, have better peace and dreams and breakthrough because of it. I told y'all love is in the air. Love is in the air. Jupiter is going to Gemini. Lovers is ruled by Gemini. Love is in the air. Even if this is at the very basic self-love, which is the most necessary, but is the most basic love. Then, of course, it's moving into the domestic and the platonic and the intimate. Y'all, number 6, the 6th house is ruled by Virgo. The Taurus New Moon is at 18 degrees, which is the Virgo degree. Come on, Spirit. Come on. And this is Brown Sugar. It's one of my favorite movies in life. But their entire life, they denied that they loved each other. And it almost cost them. So like the sunrise, if you wait too long, you will miss the moment to watch the sun rise. It will already be where it's going to be at. Stop playing. They almost missed each other because they was playing. Don't sabotage because you playing. Fast. All you need is water. Get back in tune with yourself. As we're coming up on a new moon, maybe you don't eat as hard or heavy tomorrow or on Monday. The new moon is on Wednesday, the day of Mercury. Or maybe you just kind of protect some time on that day to reflect internally. Virgo, y'all, I am done. I am done. Paying attention to the details. Virgo, quiet on this picture because she's paying attention to the details. And the final energy for this deck, anyway, is codependency. What have you been codependent on? 15 or 6, Virgo, 6th house. 6th house is also your daily routines, your systems, your habits, your sense of usefulness, your service given. Have you been made to feel like you're not doing enough? Have you been made to feel like your best is not enough? Is there somebody playing directly in your face about what you've been doing, what you've been contributing to the world? Because again, maybe it's time to be modified. Have you been giving your all at a job that no matter what you do, they're not going to give you any more, so now you got to show them who you are? Is your job stressing you out? Do you wake up every morning happy and as soon as you get there, you're in mourning? It may be time to switch it out. And don't be codependent on a paycheck. Don't be codependent on a relationship. Don't be codependent on a drug, alcohol, smoking, any of that. Face that shit head on. And even if it hurts, well, at least now you know. Some more energies. Feel joy in all you do. This is that sacral space energy again. Let this new moon activate you proper. If it doesn't light you up, it doesn't need to be around you. Set your intentions. Come on, new moon. Set your intentions and set them right. And again, that's why waiting until spring sets in to actually do your New Year resolutions is ideal. Because you're not even who you were in December, now in May. The world has thawed out. You've seen some other things. People have proved themselves or disproved themselves. And now you need something different. So just wait. Set your intentions now, though. Like attracts like. So our bodies attract like magnets. Magnets that don't match can't match each other. You can't ask for something that you are not already a reflection of. You cannot access energy in your library that you have not put in there yet. So do your dirty work. Do your intentional work. Let go of your ego. Ego and soul live in the same solar plexus space. Let it go. Because again, there are cups that they are trying to give you, but you will not let go. You will not let them clear your space. My mama used to always hold on to the menu. Can I just have the menu? I just want to see what else y'all got. She'd read the menu the entire meal. I ain't mad about her. I'm not mad about it. She was trying to see what else the world had to offer her, right? But again, clear your space. Clear your space. Know your truth. This is the second truth energy that has come through. Know your truth. Speak your truth. You are the messenger. Follow the golden rule. What is that? I shall do unto others as I will have them do unto me. And even as you are separating from people, that's why you don't got to be ugly when you separating. And if they've been ugly to you, you ain't got to worry about the get back. Understand your body. Pay attention to your emotional and internal compasses and the way that they are vibrating. Abundance is your right. Taurus New Moon is bringing in all types of amazing things. All types of amazing things. Spirit, I give great gratitude for you being with me tonight as we are doing this Taurus New Moon energy read for the collective. These are the last cards I'm going to be pulling. I ask that you continue to guide my words and my hands and our energetic compass and boat that we are on tonight. I hope that whoever needs this message is receiving the messages that they need. Remember, just like anything else, no matter how much the words resonate, if you do not apply them, if you do not get up and activate into them, they are just words. Final energies. No facts. Never has the facts. They're making shit up and they may be lying on you. This is also going to be the easiest reason or why for you to leave it behind you. To just isolate and be alone at this time so you can see who really is for you and with you. Some of y'all been looking at people thinking, oh, they really got it. They don't have it. They've been fake flexing. Every person in America is going through it right now. I don't care who they are. I don't care who they are. They're going through it. I work with doctors and surgeons who talk about their financial status and how it has changed significantly, not for the better. So when people are out here pretending to be rich or trying to shit on you because you do not have, just remember that it's probably a lot of it's a lie. Some of y'all may have gotten tricked by a fake flex. And now, again, you can see clearly now the rain is gone. Crying over you, sad, hurt, upset. Of course they are, because they lost the best thing that was ever coming to them. Caught a case, sexual infection, sexual disease, or rash. I highly encourage yoni steaming, womb therapy, downloading my Womb 1-on-1 ebook and turning to the cervix portion, because it talks about how cervical healing is deep and how you cannot have a sexual transmitted disease, but you have received a lot of trauma in your cervix because it is the face of your uterus. Your cervix is the grave and the birthplace of your child and every period that you never had. The cervix has been there for every sexual interaction you've ever had. So if the sexual interaction was not warranted or not welcomed, the cervix embraced the trauma. Our cervix, in fact, has a face. If you can Google pictures, if you can stomach it, you can see that our cervix has a face. So what does the face of your cervix say? Again, if you are dealing with sexual infection, sexual trauma, something, maybe a rash, I encourage you to, of course, go towards your doctor or your medical practitioner, but then do your own research to figure out how you can get to the root cause of the problem. Louise Hayes is one of my favorite spiritualists, but she has many books on how to heal your body. If I'm not mistaken, she's actually a doctor, and she believes that every disease comes from some emotional downfall. So I don't know who needs that. Jackpot, winning money, get rich, inheritance, unexpected money. We've been saying this. This is that new moon Taurus energy in the first place. You're going to realize that it was all worth it. All the rejection was worth it. All of the rejection was worth it, no matter what it was. Now you seeing like why you were isolated, why it was time for you to be upgraded. Talking shit, wolves in sheep clothing. You was trying to spill tea with people who never had your best interest at hand. But now you're being given an offer that you can't refuse. This concludes our session, y'all. I hope that these things resonated with you. Again, my books are open. Link in bio, description box, wherever you happen to see this. I look forward to connecting with you all, and have a great Taurus New Moon.